This is the one that you saved? You are as its father.
From Ahmed Best's amazing performance as Kelleran Beck to the unexpected Jar Jar Binks surprise, here are some Easter eggs you might have missed in The Mandalorian Season 3. Starting with Grogu's Jedi skills. At first, pitting him against a human child in a combat challenge may seem like a terrible idea, but that little guy made his dad proud. Din organized a game of darts between Grogu and Ragnar, who turned out to be Paz Vizsla's offspring, and he held his own and came out victorious. It was a moment that would make Yoda and Luke Skywalker proud. Yoda used his small size and agility to disorient opponents just like Grogu did in this episode. And Luke, well, he was the somersault king in the original trilogy, which he taught this guy in the Book of Boba Fett. And guess what? The foundling was paying attention. Speaking of which, let's pay attention to the person who rescued the little guy. You might know Ahmed Best as the actor who brought Jar Jar Binks to life in the prequel trilogy. And well, he's back and better than ever. In the Foundling episode, he played the heroic Jedi Kelleran Beck, who saved Grogu from being executed during Order 66. And let me tell you, he was a real He showed off his skills with not one but two lightsabers and even managed to pilot speeders and ships like a pro. But that's not all. This episode also had another surprise for us, a Jar Jar Binks Easter egg. You see, when Kelleran rescued Grogu from being shot by clone troopers, he took him to a friend's ship, and it turns out that it was Senator Jar Jar's ship. I mean, come on, who saw that coming?
Okay, kid, you've got to keep up.
What is this place?
The whole episode was full of surprises and excitement. Who knows what other surprises The Mandalorian has in store for us? I do, because you see, you missed another important Easter egg. Ah yes, the old who shot first debate. Every now and then, The Mandalorian throws us a bone and references things to tear us up. You see, in Season 3, Episode 5, Grief claims his man shot first, and Shard responds with a classic, well, now I will shoot first. It's a fun little nod to the Han shot first debate. I guess that debate will never come to an end. One thing's for sure though, the High Magistrate certainly shot first in this case. So let's move past the debate and focus on other stuff.
I have created the next generation Dark Trooper suit. And the most impressive improvement.
Like all the sweet callbacks in The Mandalorian Season 3 Episode 5, because there were some real gems in there. First off, during Din's epic dogfight with the pirates, we get a callback to Season 1. Remember when he met with Werner Herzog's character? Of course you do. It was a pivotal moment in the show. Well, in that scene, one of the stormtroopers tells Din that they have him 4-1. And what does our favorite Mandalorian say? I like those odds. Flash forward to the latest episode, and when Grief Karga tells Din he's outnumbered 10-1, what does he say? I like those odds. Grief's response? I bet you do. Boom! Callback achieved. But wait, there's more. During the same dogfight, we get a monotone reference to Darth Vader's iconic line from the original Star Wars. Vane, the pirate with the face only a mother could love, announces he's on the number 1 with a suspiciously similar tone to Vader's I'm on the leader, and what's the deal with the N1 starfighter? Oh, just the first ship Anakin Skywalker ever flew. No big deal. Nice touch, Mandalorian writers. And for all you eagle-eyed fans out there, did you catch the reused helmet in the episode? One viewer spotted a helmet that was originally designed for Star Wars The Last Jedi on one of Gorian Shard's pirates. They reached out to original concept artist Chris Weston on Twitter, and he confirmed that it was indeed the same helmet. Nothing is wasted in the Star Wars universe, my friends. That helmet may have barely been used in The Last Jedi, but it found a new home in The Mandalorian. Speaking of new homes, an old home is back. Yep, it looks like Coruscant is back, baby. But did you know that it has been around since the 80s? Yep, you heard that right. It was first introduced in the classic Marvel Star Wars comics, and then later made its big screen debut in the 1997 special edition of Return of the Jedi. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wasn't Coruscant destroyed in the expanded universe? Well, you see, that's the beauty of the Star Wars canon. It's a living, breathing thing that's constantly evolving. In fact, Timothy Zahn's seminal Legends novel, Heir to the Empire, is where the Imperial capital is first named Coruscant. But let's talk about the planet itself. It's located in a region of space known as the Core Worlds, which is the fancy pants area of the galaxy. This is where all the bigwigs live and where all the money is. Think of it like Beverly Hills, but in space. And while it isn't the capital of the galaxy anymore, it's still the social hub of the universe. And speaking of social hubs, can we talk about all the different species we see in the Convert? From Barbadellans to Fragosians, there are a ton of new faces in town. But let's give a special shout out to the Twi'leks and Bufapel, who, let's be real, are the real stars of the show. The Twi'leks have been around since Return of the Jedi, but the Bufapel are relatively new to the scene, first popping up in The Last Jedi. Now, if you're a real Star Wars fan, you might be wondering why Coruscant isn't the capital of the galaxy anymore. Well, my friend, it's because the New Republic likes to mix things up. They've established a rule where the capital changes every couple of years. Hey, it's their galaxy, they can do what they want with it. All in all, there's no denying that this planet has a special place in our hearts, so here's to you, Coruscant. Live long and prosper. Wait, wrong franchise. Never mind that.
We have to stop meeting like this.
I'll make sure of it.
In but a few moments, the purge of Mandalore will be complete.
Now, with that out of the way, let's address the last episode, the one where we discover that Moff Gideon escaped, and oh boy, do we have a mystery on our hands. Teva discovers that he has pulled a disappearing act from his New Republic captors. More importantly, there's some Beskar embedded in the prison shuttle wreckage. This suggests that the Mandalorians might have had something to do with it. Now, nobody knows for sure, but there could be a bunch of things at play here. Maybe it's the Mandalorians going rogue. Maybe it's a frame-up job by the Imperial Remnant, or perhaps it's something entirely different. Here's what's exciting. If you're like me, you're counting down the days until Ahsoka comes out. And if you're a real Star Wars fan, you probably picked up on the fact that Sabine Wren was last seen looking for Grand Admiral Thrawn at the end of Star Wars Rebels. So, is it crazy to think that she broke him out for intel on Thrawn? I don't think so. But let's talk about the New Republic's questionable choice in ships. They're using a Lambda-class shuttle. This is a nod to the old Imperial Navy as an escort for their prisoner. Can you imagine the PR nightmare if Rogue Squadron were flying TIE fighters? Come on, New Republic, get it together. But it does highlight just how desperate the New Republic is for resources at this point. All in all, this scene has left us with more questions than answers. But that's the beauty of The Mandalorian. It keeps us guessing, and it keeps us coming back for more. For now, that's all the Easter eggs I have for you from Season 3.